welcome back. I'm going to take one of these gesture drawings we did the other day and clean it up just a little bit so you can see what I think about when I'm drawing it for longer than like a minute. If you're new here, hi, I'm Carly Ann and I'm a professional illustrator. Let's go. This pose is more like this, more straight. So this part that I exaggerated, that's definitely exaggerated. I broke, okay, sorry. I exaggerate in life too. I'm exaggerating the bend of her chest there. So it's up to you. I mean, you can do this more, more straight, more true to life. But if you're stylized, you can get away with that bend. If you're drawing really realistically, you might not be able to. So it does at that point start depending on your style. Okay, but so now I'm sort of blocking out in simple shapes the different parts of the body. So we have the upper torso, we have the hips, and then here is the upper knee, the bottom knee, and that toe, which is kind of more like, triangles or whatever. And then same thing here. And so I know a lot of artists that do this to help sort of break into the basic shapes of what the body is. Obviously the head's a little bit more of a circle, but some people I've seen, they even do squares there. It just doesn't feel as natural to me as a circle because the head is more of an oval shape anyway. But whatever works for you in your process, that's what you should do. So there's no wrong way to do this. And then I think of the arms and also the legs kind of more, not really rectangles, but more like a triangular rectangle, a tapered rectangle. And then usually in gesture, I keep the hands really simple, like this or that. Don't worry about fingers yet, it's just overall shapes. And here we go, here's another one. Oh, oopsie, I wasn't paying attention to my line of action. Okay, I wanted that to be really curvy, so I didn't do the square things. I'll probably do that here. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. The other way that you can do it is, I'm probably not supposed to do it this way, but this anyway. I'll show you my bad way of doing it. Okay, so I know that the upper leg tends to be straighter on the inside and rounded on the outside. You can see that's true in her legs. Not always true, but tends to be. But then the calf tends to be rounded on this side and straight here. Now that looks funny because her leg would be facing this way, so it's not going to be that dramatic. But I'll often sort of include that when I draw these things, where it's more curved on one side and more straight on the other. And it's a concept that a lot of artists do of doing straights, curves with straights, because they tend to be more interesting and dynamic and flow nicer than straights and straights or curves and curves. Like these are like so pretty. Okay. So since I had already figured those under shapes out, I'll add these in, but I'll think about like this side is curved and this side is straight. And then this side is curved, so this side I'll have more straights, like that. And this head needs to be bigger. Okay. All right, and the one thing I mentioned too is the direction of the head. So when I draw the face, I always try and lay out where the eyes are facing, if it's curves up here, that means they're looking up. If it curves down, they're looking down. So I want her to be looking up. Okay, I'm going to voice over this next part because I needed to think and I couldn't think and draw and talk at the same time. But I'm just going to speed up this section now that I've sort of explained the things that I'm thinking about. This is me actually doing it. One thing that you'll notice when I do the arms, I realize the bone is sort of on the top of the arm and the flab is underneath it. So I switched it and made it so it's straight on top and curvy on the bottom.